ladies and gents, welcome to this video. I have a massive stack of my favorite books, and this is a highly requested video, so I'll go through them one by one. I believe there's 6, maybe 7. There's no particular order here. I just highly recommend reading them all. They've all been extremely helpful, from business to personal, non-business, spirituality, etc. Number 1 is the one-page marketing plan by Alan Dibb. I highly recommend this if you just want to understand all the most important pieces of what it means to be a great marketer. In general, you could read this book and you would have marketing knowledge that is probably greater than 99% of humanity. Very, very good book. It's general high-level understanding of the core concepts that you need to be able to be a great marketer. Doesn't mean that you're going to be an expert copywriter or anything like that. It's just the general core components of what it means to have a great marketing system. Mind to Matter. This is by Dawson Church, forwarded by Joe Dispenza, a fantastic book. If you just want to get your mind blown on the reality of this universe and dimension that you're living in, I can't recommend this enough. It is absolutely insane, and it will give you just a level of expansion in your consciousness that I'm not sure I can even begin to describe until you read it. Okay, Work Rules by Laszlo Block. Google's insights into what it means to basically be a leader and build a great team. Ultimately, this is a fantastic book related to hiring, recruiting, management. It's one of the best management, recruiting, hiring books I've ever read, and just leadership principles in general when you have a team. Highly recommend that. Okay, specific for becoming a master of copywriting and understanding what it means to be a great copywriter, Breakthrough Advertising by Eugene Schwartz. This isn't available on Amazon or on eBay. If you buy it on one of those two platforms, it'll probably cost you $500-$600 because it went out of print for many, many years, and it was a top requested book. Titans, I forget the name of it, Titans Marketing is, you need to search Titans Marketing, Breakthrough Advertising. You can find it for like $50 or $100. Someone got the rights to redistribute this book. It was always like $600 to $1,000. Now it's very cheap relative to what it used to be. Eugene Schwartz is a legend when it comes to copywriting. I can't say anything else. Just read the book if you want to become a great copywriter. Obviously, you're going to have to practice, but the core concepts of what's required is within that book. The Personal MBA. Okay, so I make a lot of videos about systems building. This book is by Josh Kaufman. Now, this entire book isn't just about systems building, but to understand everything you need to know about the core concepts of business, it's essentially a dictionary that you can flip through. It's very well written. It's very well written. It's very well structured. This is where my journey of learning systems began, and especially where I began to understand bottlenecks and throughput and systems thinking. It all started with this book. So it's a very good introductory to business in general and all the core concepts of business that you should know, but also specifically systems building. If I haven't sold you on this book already, Google hired Josh to speak at an internal event in Google because they loved the book so much, and they wanted to give this kind of business-like thinking abilities to their employees within Google. Okay, Power versus Force by Dr. David R. Hawkins. My cat is named after this guy, so this is clearly one of my favorite books of all time. It is not at all about business. It's purely about consciousness and spirituality and just mind-shattering stuff. I mean, David is a genius. He died in 2012, but he is just, in my opinion, he was an enlightened being on Earth that just wasn't quite the most popular, but all of his books have thousands of 5-star reviews on Amazon. So he is well known, but it was shocking to me that I discovered him as late as I did in my life. So amazing book. I highly recommend it. This is what really allowed me to become as chill as I am. I guess those of you who are watching this, if you're a subscriber, you probably don't know me too well, but Destiny is fond of always saying that I'm very chill. My girlfriend Nicole always says that as well. Nothing really bothers me or moves me, and I'm never really stressed out or anxious ever. And that is because of that book and because of all the other 10, 12 books that I've read by Hawkins and what it did for me, and now, you know, meditating every day for 2-3 years. So transcendental impact on my personal mindset. That book really was the core beginning of the spiritual journey for me. How to Write a Good Advertisement. Now, this is the second copywriting book I'm going to recommend. I do like the Eugene Schwartz Breakthrough Advertising, okay? But this book by Victor O. Schwab is just so simple and so beautifully written that ultimately you could read this and read the other book, but this book kind of gives you a more systematic approach to writing copy, whereas Breakthrough Advertising is a little bit more advanced, okay? And last on the list, okay, this is one of my favorites. This is one of my favorites as of recently, and it's one of the best, most underrated books. I don't even think it has more than like 20 reviews on Amazon, but buy this freaking book. Extreme Revenue Growth. Oh my God, this is a book by Victor Chang, or Shang. And man, this is just such a good book that talks about some core concepts that you need to understand if you want to go through extreme revenue growth. Okay, so, you know, startup secrets to growing your sales from 1 million to 25 million in any industry. He was a former McKinsey consultant, and he's worked with a lot of high growth companies, so he's seen the insides of these really high growth companies, and his wisdom, his knowledge is just invaluable in my opinion. So ladies and gents, I am too lazy to put the links to all these books in the description. I told you the titles, I told you the authors, I showed you them in the camera. You can search it up and you can find it on Amazon. Every book can be found on Amazon except for Breakthrough Advertising by Eugene Schwartz. But just in general, I would add all of these books to your reading list, and that's it. All right, though everyone requested this. Hopefully I don't ever need to make another video about top books. These are my favorite. There's many more behind me, but yeah, these are kind of the core essentials that I really loved the most. I would love to make a list of like top 50 books, because man, there's a lot of books. But much love. If you're not subscribed to this channel, it's the only thing I ask of you to do, please and thank you. And if you didn't like this video, hit the dislike. If you did, hit the like. If you want to leave your thoughts in the comment section below, please do. I'd be very curious to hear if you think that there's a book that should have made it on this list. Keep in mind, this is a very subjective very subjective video. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Much love. I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.